Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, it may look like I'm in the middle of nowhere or something like that, but I'm in the north of Portland, surrounded by industry. It's kind of an old part of the city. And I think I'll talk about that in another video. But behind me on this side, as you've seen, is the Portland International Raceway. So this is where they do, the racing cars and racing bikes and, things like that. But also, and that's what's going on today. They also have training for the police, so they're over there doing the training. So you can't go in today, but I wanted to at least show you from here. And I'm not a huge pipe collector, but there are a few pipes that I don't smoke very often, and this is one of them. And I'm smoking it today because I thought it would fit well with being at the racetrack. It's a Porsche design pipe. I think it's shape. I think it's 907, but they're made in Holland, and they have a metal cap on the top, shaped like a car piece, and this cut in the bowl here, they say is meant to cool the bowl, cool the smoke, at least to the touch. But with this tobacco that I'm smoking, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. That's not necessary. This tobacco smokes just great. So let me talk to you about this tobacco I'm smoking. So in a good pipe like this, I wanted to put some good tobacco. And we all know about these Esoterica blends, their quality, and they're just hard to get, hard to find. A lot of people pay, crazy amounts of money for them. So when you can find them, you pick them up when you can. And I've had this one for a little while. Picked it up at the shop here. So let me show you what it is I'm smoking. It's this Dorchester. It's a VaPer, but it's not a strong VaPer. This is 6 different Virginias they put in there, all different types of Virginias, blended together, and then they throw in just a small amount of Louisiana Perique, and it's just a small amount. I think sometimes when you're smoking this, at least for me, I could have perhaps thought that it was just a pure Virginia, that the Perique is just so subtle in this blend that it doesn't always come out. You can smoke it for quite a while and just get just the sweetnesses of the Virginias, all different kind of flavors of Virginias, but they all have a certain sweetness to them. When you smell it, you smell the typical fruity, dried fruit flavor that you get from Virginias. It's real real typical smell. And let me show you the tobacco. It's like a broken flake, a ready rubbed. Probably more like a ready rub. But there are pieces of flake still in there. I don't know if you can see the pieces of flake.
Sorry.
But they're in there. And like I said, you get a certain fruitiness of dried fruit. Almost an apple cider vinegar even when you first open the tin. Not in a bad way, not in the the typical McClellan vinegar smell, but kind of a sweetness with a little bit of vinegar with the dried fruit like plums and figs, and a real good sweetness though. Something that I think if you like Virginias especially, and if you like VaPers, but you don't like the Perique that comes forward and bites you with spiciness or takes over sweetness of the Virginia, I think this one would be a good one for you if you want to, especially if you want to try to get into smoking VaPers. But the thought of the spiciness of a Perique or something kind of keeps you away. I think this would be a good one to step into if you can find this tobacco. I know these Esoterica blends are difficult to find often, but if you can find this blend, this would be a good first VaPer, I think, for those trying to get into VaPers and trying out the Perique and seeing what they're like. And this is a really light VaPer, one that's good, as I say, for beginners. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to show you just a little bit of the racetrack, and I'll turn the camera around so you can see a little bit more before I say goodbye. So let me turn it around. So yeah, I can't show all of it to you. It's quite huge. Racetrack. I don't remember how many miles they have of racetrack here, but it's quite large. And like I said, today they're doing some training on the track and in the parking area. But I thought let me turn it back around. I thought since I did my last review on Esoterica blend at a sports stadium, you can watch that of a Pembroke blend. I thought I'd come to another sports area and show that. So you guys take care and be well, and we'll see you again.